Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's Thursday Yanko back here with another video. And look, I have not given my take on this artist at all. I've kind of said little things on social media, just, my personal takes, right? But everybody has had a take on Doechii. And whether she's an industry plant, whether if she's authentic, whether if she's good, whether she's bad. And I have my take, right? Do I think Doechii is a industry plant? No, I don't. I don't think she's a industry plant, but I do think she is a very, very, very manufactured star. I do not think that what she is a representation of what she's supposed to be, right? How you basically would market her in any other scenario. I think a lot of the stuff that happened last year with the rap beef with Drake and J. Cole and Kendrick, I think they tried to take that momentum that was, from TDE and tried to thrust it on her and like, okay, yeah, this is the time to pull the trigger on Doechii. They tried to speed run her into becoming this star. And then people just got wind of it and was like, nah, nope. We not rocking with her. And they just tried to keep forcing it. You see the ads, you see all these celebrities shouting her out, you see all this stuff, and you see Doechii more than you hear Doechii. You see her a lot, she's everywhere, but you don't hear her a lot. And then when you do hear, you don't like it. I'm not gonna sit up here and say Doechii is trash. I don't think that she's a trash artist, but she is definitely a B-level rapper. B-level rapper. There are way better female artists than her. So what Ice Spice has said about her, the chosen dark skin, it kind of has a bit of validity to it. And let's go ahead and talk about Ice Spice. People wanted to talk about how her, Tekashi 6ix9ine, their industry plants. No, they were not. No, they were not. People want to place industry plant on, okay, if you didn't pick them. Like, see, that's the reason why she said chosen. Right? Doechii represents what people think female rap is supposed to be. People think that you're supposed to have this person who's super dark skinned, who has all these super liberal views. Like, they fit your idea of what you want your female rapper to be. But that you don't always get what you want. We've always had Ice Spices. We've always had Flo Millies. We always had the Trinas. We've always had, we've had the Lottos. We've had female artists, the No Names. We've had artists like that, Rico Nasty. We've had artists that represent different sectors of the female rap hip hop sphere. Doja Cat is like so versatile though. But we've had other artists that are better than Doechii. But why does this one person get all this praise? You got JT, you got Drizzy, Flo Milli, and you telling me that this chick right here is better than them? No, hell no. No. Those other chicks got hits. And let's go back to the industry plant stuff with Ice Spice. People want to just ignore how Ice Spice blew up. She had a hit. Whether if you want to call her trash or whatever, Munch was a hit. Blew up on TikTok, became a meme. It was funny, and she had her own little unique look going on. The Shirley Temple. Yes, she was light skinned, and people shouldn't make it about colorism. Ice Spice is just a attractive female. What you want people to say? She's ugly? It's not about her being light skinned. Ice Spice is just fine. Ice Spice is just attractive, plain and simple. She's not ugly. She's very attractive. And I'm not saying Doechii is ugly, but when you look at Doechii, you don't think sex symbol. It has nothing to do with her being dark skinned. I look at a Flo Milli. She is fine as Flo Milli is fine. Fine. And she can rap. Doechii is not looked at as a sex symbol as a Flo Milli or a Ice Spice. Ice Spice had her own look going on. She had a hit song, and that's how she blew up. The guys got her lit. It's like cooking with Kaya. The females didn't make her lit. The guys did. Her look did. Her being attractive did. And she just so happened to be a rapper. And also with a Tekashi 6ix9ine, he had a hit. He had a hit. And then he had his own little unique going on. Unique look going on. He had the rainbow hair. It's like, let's stop acting like these people didn't have certain things that make them blow up. People get famous overnight all the time. People wanted to act like because people are getting pushed back because we know where Doechii is coming from. She's coming from the TDE machine. That's where she's coming from. All this promotion. Everybody saying, oh, this the next person up. Oh, she's so amazing. Getting a Grammy. A Grammy for an album that, well, a mixtape. You feel me? A mixtape. They didn't feel confident enough to call it an album. It was an album. But they called it a mixtape to keep expectations low. And then they gave her a Grammy. So, whatever. And then, you got all the bots and everything. Like, we ain't gonna talk about that. We gonna talk about with Kendrick. Okay? But Doechii is not an industry plant. She is a manufactured star. And they have all these contrived things that go on with her. Certain people that she goes to make herself look like a big celebrity. Doechii is not. And then all the weird stuff. Dude, Doechii, she's cool. She's cool, but people just ain't rocking with her. Like, people rock with SZA. People rock with Isaiah Rashad. And it's a shame because last year, Schoolboy Q had probably one of the best albums of the year, if not the best album of the year. One of my favorite albums of all time, Blue Lips. And y'all could have gave him that Grammy. If y'all was gonna pay for a Grammy, give him that. But everybody wanted to pull the trigger on Doechii. They wanted to pull the trigger on her and make her into this star overnight, and people just wasn't rocking with it. At first, people was like, industry playing, right? And then other people have had this abrasive nature to say, no, she's been making music since this, that. It's because you are stacking her up against other female artists, and her music is not as good as those other female artists. People are not connecting with her the same way as those female artists. People are not singing her songs like that. She literally had to go steal, like, oh, what is, ho, oh, what's up? Like, steal that. My Anxiety stole that. She's a different person every day. Nicki clone, Kendrick clone, Doja clone. She's stealing from everybody. Who is Doechii? If I'm keeping it real, like Kanye said, who is Doechii? We don't know what Doechii does not have an identity. She does not have an identity. She steals from everybody. She is a clone of everybody. She is everybody's daughter. And I'm not saying this to poo-poo on her. I just know when somebody's being fed to me and everybody has to act like they like her just to fit into the culture. This, that. Hey, man. I'm from the South, same place as Doechii, and they don't list her ass down here. They don't. Facts. So it's unfortunate that her career has to go like this, but she was chosen. She was chosen by the industry. She was not chosen by the people. You have certain people that's within the culture that have been waiting for a person like Doechii in terms of representation, not based on music. They've been waiting for her for representation. A dark-skinned female getting praised like this, but y'all already had that. The industry didn't want to push those chicks. So whatever Doechii is doing behind closed doors, or whatever TDE is doing to give her that extra oomph, you feel me? They get it done. But honestly, it's not working. It's not working. People not rocking with her. It's not working. She is a manufactured star. She is not a real star. Like, I'm keeping it real. People don't like her music like that. They don't. It doesn't matter. Like, it's not to say she's not a bad artist. She's not an industry plant, but she's not a star. Like, she's, a B-level artist, and that's okay. That's okay, but you don't have to keep forcing it upon everybody else to say that if you don't rock with Doechii, you're not part of the culture. You hate black women. You hate dark skin. No, if you know me personally, I love me some chocolate women. That's what I prefer. So this is not a colorism thing. This is just simply, she's not good enough to be on this pedestal that y'all put her on. She's not good enough to be in my face all day. She's not good enough to be put over these other females. She's definitely not good enough to win a Grammy. Plain and simple. She's not there. And I don't think she ever will be. I'm just keeping it real. These people, you can't sneak. Social media is just way too big now. You can't sneak people into certain positions. Just because she started making music then, that doesn't mean that she deserves to be where she's at now. A Glorilla, I forgot. Jeez. A Glorilla. Yeah, well, let's not even talk about Lotto. Like, you know, a Glorilla been making hits back to back to back to back. And she ain't been put on the pedestal as a Doechii. Glorilla's authentic. Glorilla has been making so many hits back to back. And all I hear is Glorilla. That's it. They rock with Glorilla. They identify with her. Even a Sexy Red. Lotto. Everybody connects with these female artists. JT. Everybody connects on it. Even a No Name. They connect with all these female artists. Nobody's connecting with my bad. Not No Name. I love No Name, bro. She needs to drop that next album. But nobody's connecting with a Doechii. Nobody's connecting with her. People connect with Doja Cat no matter how weird she is. You have a lot of weird females in this world. They connect with all of these female artists, but they don't connect with her because she has no identity. Her identity is Nicki Minaj. You feel me? Her identity is Kendrick Lamar. People are already connected to those people. Why would they connect to her? And I'm just keeping it real. Like it's all good. I hope I'm wrong about her, but I don't think that I am. And that's cool. That's cool. Like, I just don't think she's as big as y'all make her out to be. And, you know, people are getting tired of it. The fatigue is already there. The TDE, the Kendrick fatigue, all this stuff fatigue. People want to see the Isaiah Rashad Schoolboy Q. We tired of seeing the people that y'all let outside. Bring SZA back outside. You know, like, she on tour with Kendrick Lamar, but bring her out back outside. All Kendrick does is drop mid now. SZA drops amazing music. I love SZA's music. I love her music. I love Isaiah Rashad's music. I love Schoolboy Q's music. The rest of these niggas, y'all can keep them. Oh, my bad. I love J-Rock too. Okay, the rest of these niggas, y'all can keep them. Peace.